All right, we here, man. We on record. What's up, pimp? What's going on?
What's the G's? Ain't nothing, man. What's the word, Mr. J?
Man, the word is you took it way back with Deadeye, man. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And there was a lot of things in that interview that stood out because it kind of puts a damper on other people's stories, man. You know, the narration that's been going on for 30 years.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. You know,
Sometimes the script ain't the regular script, but that's why it's good because I don't know if really people knew this part, just for possible, relief on knowing. That I've been in jail for 26 years, 26 almost and a half years. So he hasn't had a skip in between the history.
mm,
Please know that he is doing the bid right after he opened up the doorway with this blood shit. So he was locked up, as he was saying, from 94ish. Could have been 93ish too. If I'm not wrong, it could have been 93 because I think we was in the three building in 93. To 99, he went home. He went home the
okay.
same time OG Mac went home and came back that fast. And 99 been in jail since right at this moment. So that whole vibe wasn't like he went home, came back, went home, came back. Been in the street now for 18 years, heard, seen, been around, hung around, failure, climb up the wall, came back, failure, and we're talking. Remember, he's a bug out. He lost his mind. He don't know no better. I was even misinformed with belief on his status, on his level of grasping, and he spoke without having the vehicles to hear all these conversations of last year, the year before that, 5 years before that. He don't have a catalog of YouTube experiences. He doesn't have interaction with these bloggers we know of being out here. So that script that got changed, and we can get more in depth in whatever you particularly speak on, deserves to go back to the truth. So whatever narration was wrong and it's a different thing he spit and you want to talk about it, I'm all for it because I'm 99.5% part of me. I'm 98.5% already knew all that. That little bit of important news on him making the UBN and him laying the non-trades, I didn't know none of that. So I'm glad I
Gotcha.
was given that. So whatever script, turn the page. If you need more to it, ask me, and if I know, I will let you know, and we can go from there. But what part of the script was changed in these 30 years that you've been hearing that you heard different from that interview?
It put in its proper perspective, you know, the non-tray situation, that history. Um
That makes sense.
GKB, say that again.
Yeah, I said, yeah, that makes sense now that I heard how he gave it. It makes a lot of sense because I'm also remembering the packet while we was talking. That's why I was telling him, showing him how good my mind still was on the first original packet. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. The first original packet had about 7 loose leaf peas. They had to get a Xerox or make something as a cover. I forgot what the picture was, but it was a picture on the cover. And
Mm.
then everything I said, the lingos, the little constitution, the real blood, fake blood, the breakdown of Maya Angelou, Malcolm X, passages, shit like that. But I didn't know that. Cause Max said, yo, as soon as you get over there, yo, you gonna see Deadeye. He gonna hook you up with I ain't know.
Yeah.
He ain't like, yo, that's the other hat. He never had a history convo with me except for one thing. Just one thing. I was like, yo, I thought it was this. And said all these things. He's like, nah, you got it wrong. He only gave me one history lesson since I've known him with this blood shit. So hearing that was refreshing to be like, oh shit, nigga, I'm in a history class too. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So any changes, nigga, we got to
Yeah,
talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Let's get this thing out here, man, because that was so
and
long ago. It was just some
yeah,
good
you're
times
right.
that we can remember. We can remember it though, because it was a struggling time that we was a part of seeing moments of success. That accomplishment is very hard when you still trying to get out of jail. So to be in jail and to go through those feats and not be the victims, but be the pioneers of fixing some of the things with oppression and let people know like, nah, not on this watch. And matter of fact, since we heard all the things you did, we're gonna come back and let you know now beef is first. We'll get peaceful later. And it felt good that, you know, the unification of brotherhood, it could be taught off experience more than be spoken of or read in a book. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was a great history lesson, and it's always each one teach one and add on, right? So when he was going through his history with the West Coast
Mm-hmm.
and stating that, if I'm not mistaken, it was Swan that he was dealing with because of family members. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, And prior to even going over the interview, me and you had a conversation, and I was saying about, you know, with the West Coast and its history, some of the brothers from over there, if they had a revolutionary mindset because of everything that was going on over there, as far as the Panthers, the Us movement, there was a couple of things going on, that set them in tone with a revolutionary mindset, and
Mm-hmm.
how that spilled into, what they're dealing with in their culture. you know um and it's interesting how he brought that over here to the east as well, and
Mm-hmm.
that shit was left out of the history.
What was left out of the history is when I heard Deadeye specify that he was a Miller gangster blood from Maryland. When I heard
Mm,
that, I never heard, he never took me through. Let me change that. I was about to say he never took me through his experience with going to the West Coast. He did shoot me with that. Mind you, when he shot it, the only reason why I can say is that he went to Cali. He
hmm
originally told me that he went up, and in between that time, he found out who had the bones to give him any type of blessings, and it became a female. Him being a dude that proclaimed being the Mac, like his nickname in Habitat and Immolations growing up was him being the Mac. My name was Pimp. I wasn't trying to be a pimp. I just had the I replace the O in my name and to say Pimp Pay. So I just was riding in the name Pimp. But
hmm
him, he thought he was a Mac. When we met, he was on some he Mac shit. So for him to tell me years later that a girl brought him home, I was like, okay, I'll believe it because he never gave a girl power. If you say a girl brought you home, that's like saying you'll vote her for be president over a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can believe in a woman's power to be, worthy enough, and yada you. So I was like, okay. But that I said out of Maryland. And when he caught that case, he caught that. Everybody talk about him lying on Don Q, but they call it snitching on Don Q. Snitching to be down with the crime, knowing that the person did the crime with the shit. Nobody can find him. He'd be like, yo, he did it. That'd be how the level of the snitching game go from us. This situation was he winged. Oh, y'all trying to snatch Don Q? Oh yeah, I know all about that. Yo, you will come testify? Sure. He lied on the nigga. He did the same shit that Megan Stallion did to Tory Lanez.
hmm
The guy did time. This is
Yeah.
Matt. He on the run. He just gone. He do a bid and come back running. He do another bid, then he come back running. Then he do the OG Mac bid. Then he finally go home. And then he gets locked up with the feds. And now he released the guy he lied on decades ago. But he was running from Baltimore. He didn't want to get snatched over to Baltimore. So he was lying. He was running so he didn't get extradited to Maryland. I mean to Baltimore. So when he mentioned Maryland, I'm like, ooh, it makes sense now. It makes fucking sense now. I'm like, oh, okay. I remember that. So, and I see what you was talking about, how he was mentioning how they incorporated the UBN from the West Coast and also bringing that shit over from out there over here. Yet he was sworn, to reiterate what you said earlier, yet he was a New York sworn from a family and the members being West Coast swans. He could he had to join the set in the way they did it because this was his family and he took all that shit with him, yet he says he was a West Coast Swan, the neighborhood Swan family, utilizing that. He came as a New York one, while his family and God had stayed west. So when it was time to talk about the UBN thing, he knew that bringing that ideology out here would just be like, this is the way they have it really formatted. It's just the HUD's change with him and Mac's actions and usages, what have you. But that was very informative. That was another thing I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, okay, I can only go with it. I can, yeah, it was a lot of things on that shit that was spoke. It was a lot of things that was spoke. Cause I lived it. So to hear how these versions coming, I'm like, wow. You
Yeah.
got intricate. And there's so much he left out. He strictly was like on a little library, like, okay, book Q to 5. Like he was like that with the convo. So I could tell he got slots on how a lot of shit happened because he's like the guy whose name must not be mentioned that I be saying on my stuff. I don't want to say his name over here on this platform because I don't want nothing to get directed towards you.
Okay.
Yet when you do want to talk about those type of things, the guy that cannot be mentioned is one name, and the other guy name is the other guy. All right, so that's their names. The guy who
All right.
cannot
The
be
guy and the other
mentioned
guy.
and the other guy. We know who the other guy is because other guy is like his nickname, right? Or acronym.
Mm-hmm.
OT. His OT is the other guy, OT,
Mm-hmm.
other guy. And he who name must not be mentioned.
Gotcha.
Those two
Gotcha.
individuals and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why the story is broken down on how it is, so we won't make those mistakes. But speaking on that breakdown, it shows how much. Because I wasn't there then. Mind you, I wasn't in that block. I always say when see got cut, I was in the jail in a different block. He was in a different block on the third. So
Mm.
I'm about to come to that block, but all of a sudden I get sent to the other block on the third. Yet the intricate part he was speaking on and pulling up and going upstate and all that shit, yeah. I was like, oh, I can see. I can see. So, I'm kind of talking around. But if you want to know what I'm talking about, people, you got to go to Pimpage page. You'll be able to see it. Deadeye, Survival, Non-Trade History, and freedom. That's the title in a nutshell. 3 hours is very conducive for you to learn history from the man that watch history get shared and just to where we at today. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. So I got
yeah,
a question for you. Being one of
what's
the
up?
pioneers of the lingo,
Mm-hmm.
right? How did you feel when all of that leaked out into the street? Because it was brothers like you that was frontline behind the wall, and when things leaked out to the street, there was a lot of changes that took place. But how do
Oh,
you
good
feel
question.
being a pioneer of that?
I only felt like it was important to get done because one, we don't have a lot of cultures, ethnicity crews that have a language that persons wouldn't understand. So the first language was the Latins. They speak. You don't know Latin history. You don't have no Espanol in your culture. Studies, you deaf. You don't know what's happening. Somebody trying to FaceTime me. You don't know what's happening. So you blind. All right. You have no wins except for just anything a person say is a problem. So since we had to go through that, we was afforded with languages, codes. And the West Coast to actually show us definitely two different coasts. The West, we call
Shit, yeah, I love this shit. Since the boogie down bullshit, I've been with the shits. From the legends with the neck slit, TNT, cop shot, gangsta killer blood. What they thought this was? Queens, yeah, yeah, I love this shit. Queens, yeah, yeah, I love this shit. Pop that bottle, suckers take a swallow. I'm the old New York, South Jamaica, New York bully model. 163 Rochdale, Queens King with a mean team, real right alumni. You be in my birthright. Rest in peace, Jam Master, free guitar. Southside ain't been the same since Cornbread and Jaime died. R.P. Corey D, Electro, Robo, Boo Blood, Black Just, Pee Wee, Love Dog. Fuck is you shitting me? R.I.P. Bandana P, Stack Bundle, Shink Drugs, Fat Cat, Gangsta Killer, Desert Storm, Los Richie Rich, Dave-O, Spanky, Bebo, Mano, Derek, Hassani. This is like a dedication, a Queen's dedication. Me and Corey D bonded before being ghetto famous. Memories of mysteries, encore the scene. Linking up at sunrise, 50 deep at Lacey's. Rest in peace, Kentel. Rest in peace, Dooney, Shannon, Tata, Ebony from Baisley. God, Bruce, Jamaica, Afro Rock, first Jamaica Queens. Rest in peace to Maserati. Rest in peace to Tahin, Queens. Yeah, yeah, I love this shit. Queens, yeah, yeah, I love this shit. Rest in peace, Stretch. Rest in peace, Billy God. Cody came home, Ronnie Bum did too. I wish I could say that, forgot it. Remember Bebo and the Shotty in those TNT jump outs. Rest in peace, Mr. Lee's. Rest in peace to Headhunters. Remember Eddie's goatee. Rest in peace to Kassim, Big Bro from Sher King. Pimp the first blood out of Gangsta P. Killer Queens, the lifeline of GKB. Fuck you gonna tell me? Dice games on Hillside, the mall out in Bayside. Rest in peace to Fife Dog. Rest in peace to Pretty Shot. My barrel lost some real shooters. Rest in peace to King Shooter. Young Guns, Lost Boys, G Unit. Murder You, Snow Game, Black Lions. Preem Team, Boom Bastard Family, don't play posse. Motherfucker, that's all Queens straight. Out of Killer Queens. True from Promenade. Troy out of Liberty. Darius and Mark from America. Miss you, bro, sincerely. Panama PI, rest in peace. God Allah, I salute the bodies we know gone. Yet you living in my poem. This ain't a motherfucking song. This is a release doves off rooftop teardrops. To more memories held till I'm gone. Woo! The more memories held till I'm gone. The more memories held till I'm gone. The more memories held till I'm gone. The more memories held till I'm gone.